investing to make sure America leads the way on new technologies like advanced small modular reactors of the future. It also means manufacturing the fuel that's needed to run these reactors. For too long, we relied on imported uranium to power nuclear reactors. Imports from places like Russia, who we can't trust at all. My administration is working to change all that. We're investing $3.4 billion in producing advanced nuclear fuel right here in America. You know, folks, I know we're going to look back on this 20 years from now and talk about what a revolutionary period this was for the country. We're going to make a real gigantic difference. Today, I can announce that the IBW plant in Southern Ohio has already produced the first 200 pounds of that powerful enriched uranium. The first ever made in America. And it's on track to produce nearly a ton by the end of the year. Enough to power 100,000 homes in this country. Folks, thanks to your partnership revitalizing key American industries, we're reducing reliance on imported oil, creating more jobs for IBW workers. So far, more than 2,000 new clean energy projects have come online nationwide since I took office, creating tens of thousands of good-paying jobs. We're giving tax breaks that are 5 times greater to projects that are providing prevailing wage. If you don't provide prevailing wage, you don't get the tax break. And we use registered apprenticeships to train their workers. Look, we've invested $440 million to expand registered apprenticeships programs. Most Americans may not know, and I love it, and you guys should talk more about it, in my humble opinion. Everybody thinks, I want to be an electrician. I show up, well, here's your card. Come on, man. Think about it. By the way, go on out and ask people who you're acquainted with who aren't in the business at all. What's it take to be an electrician? You say, well, you just say, you get a little bit of training. 4 to 5 years of training to become an electrician. You're the best in the world. That's why it's a real thing. No, I really mean it. I mean it. You're the best in the world. It's like having to go to college, for God's sake. I'm serious. Well, I tell you what, every businessman I talk to, I remind them of who you are. Not a joke. Not a joke. And once workers are trained, we're making sure they get the good pay and benefits they deserve. Through my American Rescue Plan, I also enacted the Butch-Lewis Act, the most pro-labor union worker law retirees in 50 years. All we're doing is protecting pensions for thousands of IBW workers and others. The idea they made it as hard for me to get it done just blows my mind. But we made it happen. While my predecessor never lifted a finger to do any help. Matter of fact, he lifted a finger, he put a thumb on it. Look, not only that, he put union busters on the National Labor Relations Board. The people I've appointed to the National Labor Relations Board actually care about American workers. No, I'm not kidding. And despite the Supreme Court and our Republican friends trying to block us, they haven't stopped me from pursuing an alternative path to relieve the crushing burden of student debt. That includes forgiving loans for vocational schools, community college, and some apprentice programs as well. By the way, all these things are saving America money. We're not costing money. It's saving America. It's growing the economy, for God's sake. People are doing better. I could go on, but I'm not going to. I'm going to resist the temptation. Because, boy, I'm tempted these days. Together, we're doing what always worked best for this country. We're investing in America. It's not complicated. We're investing in Americans, not just America, Americans. Building an economy from the middle out, and the bottom up, not the top down. Not the top down, because when you do that, the poor have a ladder up, the middle class does very well, and the wealthy still do very well, except they don't pay enough taxes. By the way, just parenthetically, you know how much we have 1,000 billionaires in America. You know what the average federal tax rate is for them? Billionaire, billion, not million, billion. 8.3% federal tax. No, I'm serious. Isn't it bizarre? Anybody willing to trade their tax rate for yours? Raise your hand. Look, and folks, our plan is working. So far, we've created 15 million new jobs. Unemployment hasn't been this low for this long in 50 years. And that includes record low unemployment for Black and Hispanic workers as well. Wages are rising. Manufacturing is booming. We've created close to 800, you've created close to 800,000 new manufacturing jobs since I became president.